Jungle.
Hey fuckers, welcome back to the White Up. I'm your host Liam Baker with my co-anchor Aaron Gomez.
Bet. He just hijacking my show again.
Fuck yeah.
But hey guys, welcome to the mashup number 7, I'd like to say. Jesus
feels like
Christ.
we've done 100 already.
I know. And it's only like 7 weeks. I felt like it's been like a year already.
Yeah.
But Liam Baker's back. Liam.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to talk about white pudding, white crayons,
All types of stuff.
and comic book movies while we're on here.
Yeah.
But if you guys are new and you're not about, movies and shit like that, please fast forward, look at the description. We have a special guest today. But Patrick, let's start us off today on news.
Well, the movie Us just came out recently. We both saw it, and it's taking the box office this weekend, beating Captain Marvel, opening at 70 million, and it's a lot better than Get Out with a 33 million debut. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, Patrick, what would you give a rating about Us?
After watching it,
Yeah.
probably like a 8 or 7.
Yeah. No, I'd give it a 8 out of 10. But, I mean, it's beating Captain Marvel, of course. I mean, Captain Marvel has been up there for 2 weeks. And since Get Out only made 33 million in its debut, Us got 70 million, which is, Jordan Peele's clout is pretty much getting bigger.
After Get Out, it was like, Get Out was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Too. And it was just like.
And, like, now that he's, like, done another good movie, I think he's having his, like, M. Night Shyamalan moment. But, like, let's see if he sticks the landing and continues.
Yeah.
Because he's doing Twilight Zone.
I can't wait for
that show. But
That'd
like
be sick.
I think it's the best fit for him because when I was watching Us, I honestly thought this is like a 2-hour Twilight Zone episode. So
Wow.
Yeah, no, it honestly did feel like a Twilight Zone episode.
That's a lot to process.
Yeah. So
I mean, Get Out could even be considered like Twilight Zone-ish.
No, yeah, absolutely. I just think my like rating for it is an 8 out of 10. It just it depends on the type of movie watcher you are because this movie actually doesn't answer a lot of questions, but it just leaves them unanswered. So I'm cool with that, but I thought in this movie it actually left too much unanswered where I'm just like, all right, like you need to fill in some story.
Like unanswered, like they leave it up to you, like for interpretation.
Yeah, and like it's
I feel
really
like that's usually why some stuff's left unanswered.
It's like it's more of there is a story that gets start and finish to completion, but like they throw a bunch of like background like stuff that you just never figure out.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
man.
a lot.
So
yeah.
I don't know if I could handle that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think I like Get Out more. I might have to watch it one more time.
Yeah.
Because it's a complete story.
Yeah.
And this time it did have social commentary, but it wasn't about race. It was actually about like, privilege.
Yeah. It didn't feel
in
too
my
over
opinion.
the top. Well, actually, it never was over the top.
No, it was a pure horror movie at best, which it should have been, which was a good take. But like a fun fact about it, it's the third highest horror opening ever, behind Andy Muschietti's It, which was 123 million, and David Gordon Green's Halloween, which was 76 million. So I mean, Jordan Peele is going only up from here, and plus he's having Twilight Zone, which is great. But I don't know. I think I kind of compare it to Hereditary, if you've ever seen that. Yeah. So Hereditary is kind of like an artistic, slower burn of a film, and that's how Us was. It wasn't like jump scares.
Yeah.
It was just a slow build, and it was just weird. So it's like a kind of like, if you love horror movies, like you're deep into that, like you're gonna love the movie. But it's not like a typical slasher type of movie
or like paranormal thing.
Yeah. But I mean, the story was good, but it just had a lot of holes, which Jordan Peele says he purposely did it so you can fill it in. And it's the type of movie you have to watch more than once. Maybe I need to watch it a second time, because I'm like right after we watched it, I immediately YouTubed like theories.
I was straight into like
see what the internet says.
Yeah, so I just went to bed. I'm like, good night.
Yeah.
Just like I'm actually
3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm literally just looking up theories, and now I'm like to this day now I'm still learning new theories, and I'm like, fuck, I just want to get over this movie at this point.
There's like 5 new ones every day.
That's why he made it, dude. You gotta spend money on it again.
Or is he just being lazy? It's like,
fuck it.
You
dude.
guys figure it out.
There's a thin line between lazy and genius.
Yeah, so I mean, he's like on the border of both.
But dude, that's what Bill Gates, isn't he rumored to like hire lazy people because they figure out an easier way to do stuff?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Like there's a little chart thing I remember reading where it was like, you know, hardworking people that are smart, or no, it was like lazy people that aren't smart. They get like super minimum wage jobs and they go nowhere. Hardworking people that are dumb, that aren't smart, they get fired because they try to do something, like try to work extra hard, and it just ruins things. Then there's the smart people that work hard and they get middle management positions but go no higher. And then there's the lazy people that are smart and they become CEOs because they figure out new ways to do things, new and easier ways to do things.
Yeah, I'm dumb, but I'll work 120 hours a week straight.
Yeah, that's just to, just get it done, you make your money. But like another cool fact about Us is that it's the second highest opening for an original film. So like nothing based on another property, and it's second to, James Cameron's Avatar, which was 77 million. As the best opening for a live action original.
The blue titty?
That blue titty? That Pandora. I completely forgot about that.
Whitey.
Yeah, the blue titty. The Pandora.
Yo, I just want to say too, how you said we were going to be talking about like vanilla and all types of white stuff. Our tech guy is wearing, or your tech guy.
Oh,
okay. He's literally wearing all white.
Don't get.
Yeah. He's wearing cocaine pants. Look, he got a pocket for his shirt. What a fucking loser.
I'm
you look good.
I'm repping the. Thank you.
You look good.
I just wanted to respect the actual host of the show right now. So
I was about to say I'm not wearing all black.
The white up, dude.
Yeah, welcome to the white up. I'm a banana, so my soul's white, so it still counts.
Pretty much.
But Patrick, let's move on to Kevin Feige.
Oh yeah, Kevin Feige is calling the 3 phases of Marvel MCU the Infinity Saga. According to Empire magazine.
What was his quote on it?
He was quoted saying, "We wanted to bring to a conclusion a series of movies in a way that had never been done before. Harry Potter had an ending because there was only so many books, Lord of the Rings 2, but we thought 22 movies in, wouldn't it be fun to bring some finality to the storyline?"
At the 22nd one? That's when they were
course.
like, maybe we should
wrap this
Yeah.
up.
not that we ran out of ideas.
I mean, this is the
I'm just being
Infinity
an
Saga, and it's been started since Iron Man 1, but I just hope they can keep this this going after Endgame. Because, everyone's looking at it as a finale.
Yeah.
Can you restart it
well,
again?
We're looking at it as a finale, right?
Yeah.
Little kids.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna, if they bring in new heroes,
blood.
like they're gonna grow up on that like we grew up on Iron Man.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. I never thought about it like that.
It's all up here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like with Harry Potter, there's a definitive ending, but with the comic books, there's always reboots, recasting.
There's a lot of authors too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
so our last episode we were talking about the Disney Fox deal, which actually is official, and they bought X-Men, Fantastic Four. So now we have these characters in the mix, which is going to be insane. And
Wolverine.
the possibilities are endless. But it's like an update, like with the merger, the bad part is there's an update as much of 5,000 jobs being lost due to the merger. So that's like a benefit and the doubt. But if they want to really not only keep the kids but keep our attention, they need to mix it up. Because I think like a lot of movies are trying to be like Guardians of the Galaxy a bit, with that action scene, quick joke, action scene, quick joke, and it kind of gets redundant.
Old school rock soundtrack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like in Captain Marvel, they're dropping all these 90s like female.
Way to ruin it for me, dude.
Yeah, no. Well, wait. You're white. You can't go.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right,
Oh,
you're
man.
Right. But I got you guys.
Well, I'll just write a book for you.
Please do.
Just like what I see in my eyes, But it
Facebook live stream it.
Yeah, Facebook live stream. Don't get me YouTube.
And your 2040p quality.
Yeah, right. But it's like, I don't know. Infinity Saga, yeah, there's a lot more characters they can do, especially they're getting not only X-Men, Fantastic Four, but also the villains. So that can carry on. But it's going to be weird because I know Robert Downey's not going to be around forever.
Yeah.
And, Captain America, I bet you he's going to die. So like I
You're
feel
fucked up, dude.
I feel like it's going to be such a missed opportunity like to have the X-Men meet Captain America and Iron Man. You know, I don't know if they're gonna be gone, but I just the actors aren't gonna be there forever.
Yeah, it's true. Just like with Wolverine, how Hugh Jackman. Fuck, when did he come out?
He's probably like 19 years on the road. Yeah, 17.
I don't think anybody else played Wolverine other than him.
No, and people
Before
were.
him,
It's
right?
funny because people were bashing him when he first joined because he was a Broadway actor, and he got the role.
He's like the face of Wolverine right now.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I'm
is.
saying. People can talk a lot of smack before they actually got the role. Like Heath Ledger, people were like, "Oh, this movie's gonna fail."
Yeah.
And look now
rest
what
in
happened.
peace.
Yeah,
in
rest in peace. But like, look what happened. And yeah, like that's the thing. I don't know who I'd cast as Wolverine. Actually, I do, but he's already in a superhero movie. I would like Tom Hardy.
I'll tell you this right now. We're gonna do him like we did. What's his name from Need for Speed?
Oh, Aaron Paul.
No. The other one, the guy that died. What's the other race movie? Fucking, not Need for Speed.
Oh,
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. We're just gonna Paul Walker him. We're gonna CGI him.
CGI his face.
Fuck, I don't want to see anybody else play fucking. Yeah, we're gonna get the fucking Tupac thing like they did the hologram.
You know what they gotta do? They gotta do that scene from Deadpool where he has that picture of Hugh Jackman on his face at the end.
Dude.
It's like a piece of paper and shit.
The staple.
So everyone in the audience would be like, "Oh, all right."
Dude,
yeah.
people straight up thought that was Tupac at that fucking shit, man. They were like, "Oh my god, we know he's alive."
You know, people see like.
Why weren't you here for Obama?
I saw.
Tupac is dead, ladies and gentlemen.
And like he
Let's
looked
just end it at that.
younger
No.
than what. Yeah, we got. I don't
Keep
know.
going, keep going. No,
He
keep going.
the thing he looked like way younger than he did before he died. Okay, and he comes back looking like not the same age but younger. Like
He didn't have the
he's got the
bulletproof
Benjamin
vest.
Button shit.
He didn't have the bulletproof.
And
vest.
people were like, "Yeah, we knew he was alive. They brought him back from Cuba. We knew it."
Yeah, it's so whack.
Just, I'm done with. I'm over it.
All right, so
I'd like to think he's alive too, but
nah, he's dead, dog. In
Oh,
other news, though,
yeah.
but with this Fox Disney merger, you know, some movies like the Alien franchise, they're in talks. It's a rumor, like they might make it into a TV show of some sort. I don't know. If,
I've read that.
I don't know.
article
I don't know
earlier.
if it's streaming. They should do streaming, so they have no limits.
Wait, when did you last hear that?
Like today.
Okay, I read it today, and I heard that they weren't gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. They were talking about it. That's why I said it's like a rumor, so don't take it serious. But the possibility of that happening, who knows? Because they are doing a 40th anniversary for Alien, and you know what they're doing for it? They're having
a high school play.
Yeah, right.
no,
High
not
school
even no,
play.
not that. No, but they're having directors do their own shorts. So they're gonna do like 8 mini shorts from different directors. I think this is a test to see who takes the franchise over, in my opinion, which is a smart way.
Who's the one that did District 9 again? Neil Blomkamp.
Neil Blomkamp. Yeah.
I want to see his.
Yeah, but he has to earn his thing because he's kind of been messing up on his movies, to be honest. So like even with the Disney merger, the site actually shows The Simpsons because they got The Simpsons from Fox. They're showing Avatar and they're showing Deadpool on the website, which is crazy because it's like Deadpool's a mature piece of content,
Yeah.
and he's in a banner at the Disney main website. That's just like, I mean, that's good because they're definitely. Bob Iger said he wants to keep it R.
Yeah.
And his movies aren't going to be rebooted, so his is going to like stay the same while they reboot X-Men, which is gonna be cool and it's logical. So why would you need to reboot?
How many fucking times have they tried to reboot X-Men and
2 times? Yeah.
also like set it off? You know how they have like the different universes with what was the one where the world was ending and that dude came back?
Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some, I don't even know. Like,
That was supposed to be like a full reboot,
yeah.
but then they're like, you know what? We bailed out and just like kept going with it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, some of the properties like New Mutants, which is supposed to be a horror type of X-Men, that was supposed to be the last property, but now they had reshoots and they're kind of like, oh, okay, what do we do with this movie? We might just release it on Disney Plus. So, I mean, that's the thing, but we'll move on from there. Captain Marvel actually made $500 million worldwide, totaling $910.3 million, in total, and it actually beat Wonder Woman. So
That's
it's
fucked
a
up.
matter of time. It's gonna hit $1 billion. That's not a shocker,
yeah.
but I just like wanted to throw that in there.
Did
Especially that's
Captain
an update.
Marvel get like more like ad time, or just was talked more compared to Wonder Woman?
What do you mean ad time?
Like, I mean, it was just more of a hot topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because especially with Brie Larson's, controversy stuff, I think it just got a lot of heat. A lot of clout for it.
Yeah. In the end, that helped.
But
All
I mean,
press is good press.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, any press is the best press. But like, I didn't really like the movie. I gave it probably like a 6.5 out of 10. You haven't seen it yet, right? You're probably just
No,
gonna.
I'm not allowed, dude.
Yeah. He's not allowed to watch it.
No, I will have to get over to see it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to movie theaters anytime soon, especially
Cody.
with the family on the way. So
Yeah, I know.
that more than likely Cody.
Yeah. So Patrick, what's the next topic?
Avengers trailer is manipulative.
What would it make you do?
Well, who is it? Kevin
Feige.
Yeah. He was quoted saying on Empire Magazine, "We consume too much content. So at our disposal are lots of different shots that aren't in the movie that we can manipulate through CG to tell a story that we want to tell specifically for the purpose of the trailer and not the film. You know, the thing that's most important to us is that we preserve the surprise of the narrative." I like that.
Yeah.
I hate how like on fucking Instagram there'll be like people will like try to piece together a story from the fucking trailer, and it's like
At me.
I don't guarantee, but
50-50.
yeah, I'm 50. Like the hype for Avengers is so fucking big right now.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine if the trailer was just like the title Avengers Endgame and that was it. You didn't see anything.
Oh,
That was it. People knew nothing.
People get hype over like 5-second teasers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people get ridiculous.
And they're like, we know the ending now.
Yeah. Did you see this one part in the letter? If
Yeah.
you zoom into this
Yeah,
one pixel.
yeah, if you-
Ant-Man is going to explode out of Thanos' ass.
He's gonna go in his ear and then turn big
Yeah.
and blow his fucking
Boom.
head off. That's
Easy.
the end.
No. I mean,
Dude, okay, listen, they barely
Drives me
had
nuts.
an ad campaign.
for Infinity Wars.
Yeah, no, Endgame.
Oh, Endgame? Because of the
'Cause they-
fucking internet, dude.
Because they know if we just put out this little thing, we already have their money.
Yeah.
But that's smart
What
because you're
was
making
that?
more profit.
What was that thing? Was it where they fucking put like a ladder in a room, and it was like the Russo brothers.
Russo brothers, yeah.
They posted it on their Instagram, and it was before Endgame title was released, and it was like all different like shadows and shit, and it was the actual title, and then like a couple weeks later, like they fucking pointed out where the letters were, and they're like, yeah, this is the title. We wanted to see if anybody could figure it out. You guys didn't see that?
No.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
funny,
I'll have
though.
to show you
That
after. I'll
sounds-
have to
That
show you
sounds
after
funny,
this.
though.
Dude, I was like,
I bet people were losing their shit over it though, right?
definitely, dude. They're like, and then like, oh, because I follow like some comic book shit and superhero shit. People would be like, we need to figure this out.
Nah, I'm like one of those people. But like, I won't dig in that deep because I'm just like,
No.
I'd rather go in with a blank slate. you know?
Yes.
So like, this to continue off what they said in Empire Magazine. They said when I was a kid and saw Empire Strikes Back at age 11. Or no, it says Empire Strikes Back at 11 a.m. on the day it opened. I sat there until 10 p.m. watching it back to back. Wow. It so profoundly moved me because I didn't know a damn thing about the story I was going to watch. So we're going to try to replicate that experience. So yeah, going into it blank. So like back then they didn't have they had one trailer and that's it.
But it didn't show anything. Like
Yeah.
nowadays, you can figure out.
You
whole
can
story.
figure out
They were
whole
still using
story.
smoke signals.
That's why I don't like watching trailers.
I know, but I can't help it.
Yeah, right.
It
We're
sucks,
human.
Yeah,
man.
especially now, like
And Instagram
yeah,
adds it now.
yeah. Especially now too, like you want to know if the movie's good or not. Like I have a bad habit of just looking at reviews before watching anything.
Yeah. No, I do that though. I do that in general. I do look at reviews.
Yeah, I don't want to do that though. I just want to walk into movies blind. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, because like nowadays you got to be on top of what you spend your money on. I can understand why
Yeah.
people want to like make your money's worth.
time and money.
Yeah, that's a big thing, especially today since cost of living is just getting more and more expensive. You know, like a movie ticket is fucking expensive, especially if you're gonna
Cody.
gonna go on IMAX or something. It's like $20 a ticket.
Yeah. When I saw Alita in IMAX, it was just like 4 people, and it totaled up to like what $80.
Probably $80.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And imagine being a parent.
Not to mention, fuck yeah, dude. I'm one of 5 kids.
Yeah. How much is Big Bob spending?
Fuck.
Too much money.
He don't take me out to the movies.
He'll try to convince one of you guys. Be like, you don't want to see this movie. That's what he's gonna try to do.
It'll be like, movie theaters broke.
Watch like a 5-second teaser and just be like, yeah, I already know what this movie's about. You don't want to watch it.
Yeah, but like sometimes I'm wondering like, do these fucking companies watch their own trailers? Because did they not know like sometimes you're spoiling the shit out of the movie?
Yeah.
If you're dropping that, I know they're trying to get them drawn in because we got to put an action scene here, like that. But like, I don't know. It's just
at least like pull a fast one on us, like in Get Out. See, I love that trailer, or I love that movie just because of the trailer. It made you think that movie's about to be like one thing, and then when you watch it, it was just completely like left field.
Yeah,
that's what I like. At least if you're gonna do a trailer, do it like that.
Yeah, and that's how Us was. I think Us was the best sort of like TV trailers too, because you were like, all right, they got doppelgangers.
I was so confused. I had no idea what was going on.
I was like, and then you made theories in your head like, how is that possible? Like the whole family just got copied.
And then how does this relate to race?
Yeah, that's the first. I can't even lie. That's what I thought. I was like, we're gonna have another social commentary. Wonder what's up.
What was the movie with Matt Damon where he gets shrunk? Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah, and his wife leaves him.
Yeah,
and she doesn't get shrunk.
Dude, I thought you watched the trailer for that.
Is it good?
And you get one vibe for it, and you watch the movie. And the movie fucking sucks.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot of movies.
Dude,
see, that's why you have to watch ratings. To be honest, like you have to like get that test to see like, all right, is this worth my money? That's why like we were shitting on Rotten Tomatoes last week, but at the same time, Rotten Tomatoes is a good rule of thumb to give you a kind of sort of an idea.
Do they rate podcasts?
Yeah.
Fuck, we were shitting on them.
Yeah.
What did we say about Rotten Tomatoes?
Who cares about Rotten Tomatoes?
They don't rate podcasts.
I don't know what the fuck I said about Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, you said some stuff.
Fuck.
It's like, yeah, you hear the mashup? Yeah, don't want them back here.
No.
Like let's not.
Let's put the want to see meter on that.
Yeah, want to see.
I don't get the.
Let me Brie Larson them.
The fucking the fresh meter, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Why is it?
Fresh.
But it's called Rotten Tomatoes though.
Oh, it's because like the I don't want to say meme.
It's like a
theme of like a theater back then was like if you didn't like someone, you'd throw Rotten Tomatoes at them. Like it's a thing with that crap.
But the higher percentage of Rotten
you're thinking about it too much. I think.
But they're still throwing tomatoes?
I think they're just trying to.
Look, you want to get thrown a fresh tomato.
I think they're just trying to have a play on words.
So even if it was a good play, they'd throw fucking tomatoes?
Yeah, fresh ones.
Get the fuck out of here.
Cuz, bro, you can use that. What are you talking about?
Patrick's talking out of his ass.
Get some
you better
tortilla
relax
chips
over there with that
like,
cocaine soup, boy.
Well, speaking of Rotten Tomatoes.
Cowboy boy.
With your fucking pen pocket. What do you got? We got no...
Listen.
Look, I'm a professional.
If I could have one of those.
You look like you're from Kanye West's church service.
Oh, shit.
When he was playing the piano?
Yeah. I was
that shit looked
hype. I
hype.
saw that.
It looked hype.
No,
I'd go to that church.
I was in the crowd if you zoomed
I would go to church if that happened.
I'd go to that church.
All right, Patrick, speaking of Rotten Tomatoes, what's the next one?
Oh, Shazam has 40 reviews right now, and it's at 95%, the review score. So it's averaging like an average 7.8 out of 10.
Is it out right now?
No, I think next week.
It's 48 reviews.
Yeah, there's no want to watch meter on it.
Yeah, not yet. But the Metacritic score is 76 on 50 reviews.
So that's...
No, but dude, I thought the movie was going to be whack. It looks stupid and stuff.
Looks a little silly.
It looked dumb, but then, I don't know.
Well, you have to understand the character.
Yeah, the one trailer I saw, the last trailer I saw actually made me want to watch it.
Yeah.
It gave more into like the backstory.
Well, that's the thing. They said it's just a fun film, and they were kind of comparing it to Deadpool, because it's... But like a little, not
it's
that...
It's for kids.
Yeah, it's for kids, but like it's not... The humor isn't dark and adult. So, I mean... Actually, like hearing this, I'm actually willing to see it now, because Shazam's a silly character, because it's an adopted kid that says Shazam, and he turns into like a superhero, and
that'd be so sick.
Yeah, so it just plays off the fact that he's like a 13-year-old boy. So they said calling the film an effortlessly entertaining blend of humor and heart. Patrick, what else are they saying about it?
It's taking the top spot from Patty Jenkins' 2017 film Wonder Woman, which finished its run with Rotten Tomatoes at a score of 93% with 422 reviews, an average rating of 7.65.
So the question is, will it hold that spot of a 95.
When
Since we
it's
only
open.
so we only have 40 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So will it hold the spot? Who knows? I mean,
Yeah, and also
It's
we're just
way-
we're shitting on Wonder Woman for some reason today.
What?
yeah, not really.
I
love
said
that.
nothing bad
I
about
didn't say
Wonder
anything
Woman.
either.
Oh, all right. I guess that's just
All right,
me.
you shit
Dude.
starter. Anyways, but yeah,
Word on the street is the cocaine cowboy hates Wonder Woman.
Look,
dude.
man, I need some more cocaine. All right?
he says you're hijacking the show. He wants to be white. That's what I'm saying with the white. No, but like, yeah. So
Where's
40,
my coke at?
so 40 reviews. That's like nothing. But the fact that like Twitter's been blowing up
yeah.
with it, and the fact that they had early screenings
Yeah.
like 2 weeks prior, that's good news.
Is this all critic reviews or is it audience?
If
also?
there's
It's
40,
critics. It's critics.
I would guess it's
I'd hold my
critics.
breath.
Yeah.
I'd hold my breath.
Critics, if you're getting paid
I mean,
to
I
judge
wouldn't hold my
people,
breath.
No, I
wouldn't
think
hold
this
my
is a
breath, that's
good.
what I meant.
I've seen some reviews on YouTube at like trusted people I watch, and it's going positive. So I'm kind of like excited for it. I just don't want DC to be like, all right, so Shazam was a good.
We gotta follow that formula.
Yeah, we got to do a Shazam. We got to make
yeah.
7 Shazam
make everything
spin-offs.
Shazam.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when
But-
I heard Shazam, I thought of that Shaquille O'Neal movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that called?
Fuck.
Shazam. That's
No,
what
it
it's
is
called.
Shazam.
Yeah.
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 When he comes out of a
He goes.
beatbox or jukebox,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the fuck it is.
Yeah, that's the best movie. That's,
movie
that's how
is
the
cool as
that's how the
fuck.
Marvel universe.
That's what
started.
they thought they were watching.
Oh,
That's what they
weekends.
rated.
Yeah.
The kid just turns into Shaq. Like, how big is he? Like 7'2", just like, holy shit, I'm Shaquille O'Neal.
Dog, I need to retire.
He's in a fucking The General commercial and shit.
He's Shaquille O'Neal, but he's Shaquille O'Neal, but not in his prime.
Yeah.
He's like, oh damn.
It's Shaquille.
When he
now.
was doing Shaq versus everyone, that's when
my
he turns into Shaquille O'Neal.
That's so stupid. Oh, you said Shazam.
Yeah.
No, that's like the episode. That's like the Amanda show where he's like Blockbuster. He's like, oh, you said Rush Hour. We said Brush Hour.
Yeah.
It's like a completely different movie.
It's them acting in the
Yeah.
fucking movies.
It's like the
much better.
Yeah.
much better. But Shazam, it's silly. I'll take it, and I think it's gonna be best for kids. I just hope they don't be like Aquaman, where they're doing the trench spin-off and they do like, oh, we gotta change everything going according to Shazam. So I mean, let every movie be its own character and its own tone.
Yeah.
That's how Marvel did it. So Captain America Winter Soldier was a political thriller. Guardians was a sci-fi epic with comedy. You know, Avengers was a culmination of everything. Doctor
Yeah.
Strange was a mystic like hero, you know, focusing on magic. You know, let the differences make it its own standing and its own character to stand out.
I think
you know?
they're trying to scramble basically to try to catch up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe because they're so big. DC will just be like, okay, the fans want this, the fans want that, the fans want that. Like, let's just give them what they want, give the people what they want, and it's like just stick to the fucking formula.
It's yeah, exactly.
Just don't have a shitty formula.
Or no, yeah, okay.
It's
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
Yeah, you said it.
Because Aquaman was a good movie. It was cool.
yeah, it was fun.
All right.
Mhm.
The fans want you to make a fucking movie about some dinky little trench creatures.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Tell them no.
Like focus
They're
on.
not getting it. You got Aquaman. You don't need a trench character.
They need to focus on Batman and Superman because they didn't even get a second Superman movie. They didn't even have a Batman movie, and Batman's getting replaced. Ben Affleck's not coming back. Is Henry Cavill coming back? Because he's debating right now.
I thought he was.
Yeah, and they have no official.
Is he gonna have a mustache?
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Because they had to CGI that shit out.
Yeah. Mwah.
2 minutes.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'll watch it. Whatever. I mean, I got really nothing besides this and Avengers Endgame, so we'll just go on to the next topic. So Patrick, what's the next on the topic for today?
Mortal Kombat. They're making a movie, and it's gonna take a page from Marvel Studios playbooks.
So I mean, it's actually getting produced by James Wan, who did Conjuring, and so his company bought that out, and they've been actually working with New Line Cinema that got the original Mortal Kombat since 2015. So this has kind of been like in the works, but the way they said they were doing, you know, taking a note from Marvel Studios, was that they actually want to add a little humor, but they said it's going to be kind of quippy like that, like the Marvel formula, but it obviously is going to be like mature content. And they did say that the movies they have now for Mortal Kombat are kind of like how it dictates what it's going to be, but I don't know. Mortal Kombat, the first one mainly, is a guilty pleasure of mine. and I don't know how they're gonna do a movie because it's such a weird story. Like
Yeah.
you're just in a fighting tournament for blah blah blah, and it's bloody as hell. So how are they gonna match that up?
They gotta do the X-rays now.
Well,
that's right, movie.
That's what I was like. I've seen bits and pieces of the movie. There's more than one, right?
There's two.
Yeah.
There's two.
Two's the most wackiest garbage.
Yeah, I
ever.
honestly thought it was like the weirdest shit. Like, sometimes I'll watch movies that I think are bad just because I have to watch them and be like, all right, now I can judge this thing completely.
Yeah.
I can talk about it now.
Yeah, be like, man, that was a piece of shit movie. But like, I've never seen both movies all the way through or anything like that. I do know in Mortal Kombat X, you can kick a man in his testicles and make him explode. So if they can do that in the movie,
Yeah, the new shit is
they're
wild.
fucking cool. Dude, the video game is
new one,
crazy.
like I cringe when I
Fuck
watch the
yeah.
fatalities.
It's nuts.
I'm kind of like scared of the people that make this game because I'm like, you guys gotta go to therapy. Like this is the most fucked up thing. Like they probably make the game in prisons. Just like, hey, what do you think about this?
So how did you kill that guy again? They have the notepad out.
Straight from
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer's journal. Just
yeah,
right.
they take.
Okay, so he pulls the spine out from this area.
Yeah, so John Wayne Gacy. Let's see what he said.
Oh my God.
It's like I don't know. The movie itself, though, you got to go full R. There's no way you're going
No.
PG-13.
No, not at all.
It's just the story's so complicated. I just don't know how. First off, it's hard to make a video game movie.
Yeah.
Like off the top of your head, what's the best video game movie? Cricket.
Off the top of my head,
I couldn't even tell you.
I can tell you the ones I know.
I guess the best, in my opinion, is literally.
Fucking Spider-Man, dude.
That doesn't count.
That started as a comic.
No, that doesn't count, dog.
Fuck you guys.
Sorry.
I actually think Mortal Kombat is the best.
Alright.
Video game
Mortal
movie. The
Kombat's
first one.
The best?
Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure. I honestly, it's stupid. It has that 90s cheese.
You don't watch it, for like its merit. You just watch it because
you watch it because it's like, well, I can watch it like late night when I'm like coming home.
Matt,
It's not bad, but like,
You want
the music kicks ass.
No.
The music kicks ass.
yeah.
Mortal
the music
Kombat.
does kick ass. It's funny because alright, so I was watching like a clip of it, the old movie, because I was like, wow, I haven't seen this movie in so long.
Fucking wait, reptile theme on our way to the
yeah.
gym. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd play that in the car.
So we'd be at a red light. We'd be at a red light, and that theme would be playing, and we look over to the guy, just like, what's up?
We'll be getting hype as hell.
Motherfucker! Close the window. No, but so I was like on YouTube, and I was like watching these old clips, and it's crazy. 'Cause I didn't think about it like this. Some guy was commenting, he's like, yo, when this dropped in the 90s, and that the theme song played in the first movie, the whole theater like exploded. Can you imagine that? And there's no footage of them doing that.
That's the only thing I'm looking forward to right now.
Yeah.
If that movie comes
theater
out.
just went crazy.
Yeah, but this is in the 90s where you can't like record, so we'll never see it. It's like a once in a lifetime experience. Because what I'm talking about is the final fight with Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
And the theme drops. Yo, he's saying, the theater went crazy in the 90s when this at first played. I can't even imagine that, but
When they do this, please like just update the theme song, or not update, but like put the theme song in, but make it sound more.
no, but this is my number one
modern.
request.
That's all I want.
If Liu Kang needs to be Scarlett Johansson. That's all I gotta say.
Again.
She's back. She'd be the best Asian character.
It'd be. You'd think it'd be Sonya, but no.
Nah, yeah, she's gonna be
Dude.
Scarlett Johansson's gonna be Liu Kang because she played the best Asian woman.
Make Sonya Idris.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Damn, I'd hit.
No, make him Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
You go, Johnny Cage is Chris Pratt. That's who should be Johnny Cage.
Oh,
I
shit.
think that'd be a good one. Michael Fassbender would be Raiden. I think that would be a good one. But like, there's no release date on it. If this can break the chain of video game movies, because Assassin's Creed was garbage. I didn't even waste my time on that. World of Warcraft, didn't waste my time.
No.
Doom. I did see Doom when I was a kid.
Yeah.
With The Rock. That was cheap.
Only the ending was the good part. Well, actually, like near the ending.
That was only
the first person.
The Hitman movies, garbage.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't even think on the top of my head. What else is it?
The only good ones I can think of is Final Fantasy, but that's like
that's animation.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. Dragon Ball Z.
Did they make a Mario movie?
Yo, that was so bad.
See that?
so bad.
Oh wait, aren't they making a live-action Sonic movie?
Yeah, but that's animation though.
Oh, that's animation.
I mean,
Alright.
it's kind of. We'll see. I don't know how it's.
Fucking blue gerbil, dude. Way worse.
Wait.
It might be
What
like-
about
it
what
might
about?
be like Pokemon?
Yeah.
That's
Would you
awesome.
count Pokemon?
Live action.
Well, it's not out yet, so we can't say that it's
Well,
good.
Detective Pikachu is a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so that could count. I could.
It's not out yet, so we can't really say.
Dog, I'm telling you, it's probably gonna be so good. Like, I can guarantee it.
I hope it's hard.
They're already making predictions, and they're already like, wow, this box office for the first week's gonna be ridiculous. Because that's gonna be, you know, our age taking up the theater at the midnight
You
release.
want some Pokemon?
And the thing is, like, what
Yeah,
Pokemon Go was like.
Pokemans. Control your
Pokemans.
Pokemans.
Pokemon Go was like what 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's still pretty fresh.
You know what's funny? They're actually
What
doing.
was 2 years ago Pokemon Go came out?
I'd say that.
Yeah, I
2
think
years.
so.
Isn't that weird?
Because that was the last time I was ever outside. So
Here's a fun fact. So Harry Potter is gonna try to make their own version of Pokemon Go, which I
No.
think is gonna completely fail.
no.
Yeah, I think.
Fuck no.
No, that's not gonna work out. Next time you know, you're gonna see me at a Harry Potter bar crawl. Like, what are you doing?
Oh,
I was just shit talking this game like
Yeah.
last year. But
No, I'm just here to drink. Yeah, what's that? What's that in your pocket?
yeah.
Not a wand.
Those are.
Gryffindor.
Oh shit, that's me. Just walking out.
But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're talking about Mortal Kombat. We'll see how it goes. I mean, James Wan's cool. He's on a roll right now. He did good on Aquaman,
Yeah.
and he killed it with the Conjuring movies. He's good on action. He revived Fast and the Furious. So when Fast and Furious started getting popular again, that's when he brought in The Rock.
Yeah.
So that's when it started getting picked up as a cheesy,
But it wasn't
over the top movie.
Well, yeah.
That's where it started to drift from street racing to like crazy like Hobbs and Shaw, now the spin-off that's coming out.
Yeah.
Like insane 80s action.
If they can not make the CGI explode in a man's testicles with their, if they could do that, actually do that, pay somebody to do that, I would definitely go.
I think they should, if they're gonna be that violent, they should do Netflix.
They should just kill people like.
They should just bring
really
people.
kill
Yeah, right.
Like do fatalities.
Yeah. Yeah.
before
Then
the
they can
fucking
save. They can save the money on CGI.
Exactly, dude.
We're gonna get the bodies out. All inmates.
You can.
That's probably the
And the thing is,
I'm not
they're gonna do like a
I'm
special.
really stupid.
They're gonna do a special like for fans only signature autographed like body parts.
Oh my god! It's like I
Got
got
like a big toe.
It's like, what is this? Is Jejunum?
Sick. Dude.
That's funny. But
I get it, Jejunum.
Patrick, what's the next topic?
Oh, Game of Thrones creators first Star Wars film to shoot this fall. And there's rumors that it might be Knights of the Old Republic storyline, which is
I mean,
do you want me to explain or?
You can explain it.
Okay, which is an old video game which I loved so much. I never got to play the second one, but if it's based on that,
It's gonna be crazy.
I'd be so fucking hyped.
Yeah. Well,
honestly.
so first off, like to start, this whole thing is a rumor that they're they could possibly shoot this. So if no one knows Knights of the Old Republic, this is way before all the Star Wars movies, and
this is
when
after the Mandalorian War, or I think during it.
I don't know, but so pretty much to sum it up, this is when there was like hundreds of Sith Lords and hundreds of Jedi. This is at their prime.
yeah.
Like, so when they actually like fought each other, it's like full out all lightsabers versus lightsabers instead of just like Darth Vader and Luke only
Yeah.
being the two. It's like armies
This is
of
when it
Sith
says.
Lords
Yeah.
and
Oh,
armies
yeah.
of Jedi. So this is when they were at their prime, and the fact that they're getting
Before the prequels.
way before the prequels
Mhm.
too. Like this is like hundreds of years before even like probably Yoda won't even be in it because this is way before his time. But the fact that they're getting the Game of Thrones creators to work on it, that's amazing. Like they need to get that.
Definitely gonna bring in the dragons.
That
Yeah.
oh my god, dude, that sounds so good.
They just need to get that Game of Thrones flavor where it's like people are betraying each other left and right.
That can so work.
And
I mean,
literally, just write a story that doesn't even have to relate to Star Wars and replace their swords
Yeah.
with lightsabers. And that's it.
because
That's what they should do.
Knights of the Old Republic was an RPG, so it was pretty much based off of like, I mean, there was a big factor with like picking which side you're on, and there was like a lot of betraying and like trusting and stuff, and there was also like a romance element to it too, so I can really see. Well, you had like a love, or you could have had a love interest.
Damn, what?
Yeah, so I really liked it a
Play
lot.
that shit.
So, but like,
Yeah.
so they call. What am I gonna say? So yeah, Game of Thrones is wrapping up in May, and they're actually sitting out for George R. R. Martin's prequel series, which is another spin-off. But since the writers that are actually going to be on the Knights of the Old Republic, which is the rumor of the story, they're sitting out since they're not doing the prequel. So the rumor is they might start the thing in fall. So who knows? But that we need something fresh. We need to get rid of the Skywalker lineage and just expand on the universe.
Because the whole there's already a big ass expanded universe, super expanded, and it was. Yeah, books, comic books, everything, and I mean, I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and I'll be honest, I haven't seen any of the recent ones at all.
Okay.
I kind of don't because I'm so invested into the expanded universe that I kind of even though technically it's canon, I don't want to consider it canon.
Yeah.
I've seen that Han Solo movie.
I didn't like that. It's just. People that like it, they're not huge Star Wars fans, so they're like, okay, it's an okay movie. But I was just like, I put it on Netflix and I kind of just like was on my phone.
Yeah.
Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I think with Kathleen Kennedy, who runs the whole Lucasfilm properties, she was like with Disney. Everyone's kind of against her right now because people think she kind of fucked up the new Star Wars now. And where it's going, but she did get rehired. So if they have these guys, I think this is a glimpse of like hope, like a new hope, to actually get Star Wars back.
That'd be a good title for a movie, dude.
Yeah, right. New Hope.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back. When Disney gets mad. So.
Yeah. But but having these Game of Thrones writers on like here to pen it, I think it's a great move. Let's just see how it goes and. Literally, we need something different besides the Skywalkers. But anything you guys want to add?
I think they'll do a good job on this, just because the storyline of the game was very, very deep, and there's like a lot of like it's not Skywalkers, like the farthest thing away from that.
It's just,
there was a lot of like I don't want to say political turmoil, but there was just like a lot of like backstabbing and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's
just like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's literally if they can sum it up in a 2-hour movie. Perfect. It's just a matter who is really going to be on the project, like the full list of people, and see how it goes. And if they have, hopefully they give the director, I forget if they're directing it or whatever, but like hopefully whoever's directing it has creative control. Because that's the problem with WB, with the DC Universe. They've fucked up most of their movies because the head of the company is like, oh, we should just add this, but they're not really like tuning into the character and how the character would act and how the fans would react to it.
I mean, that's how they've been from like WB's been from the start. I mean, I don't know if you know 4Kids, but they used to air like anime and stuff, and pretty much they would just completely like replace everything in anime. For example, it gets memed on a lot. Pokemon, right? Pokemon is a Japanese like property, right? So pretty much everything there is from Japanese perspective, like the food, like Japanese people love eating rice balls, right? And what they would do is they would actually legit like just Photoshop in donuts, right? So anytime a rice ball was mentioned, they have a donut. I mean, there was one scene where there was a rice ball like rolling down a hill, and what they did was like some cheap Photoshop of putting in like a sandwich that was rolling down, and then, like it did
not make sense.
It didn't make sense at all that a sandwich was rolling down.
This was a triangle slice sandwich.
No, the thing is, all right. You think like it would roll on its side, but no, it was rolling like this way.
Yeah.
Like vertical. It was rolling vertical, not like horizontal.
So where is this going?
No, I'm saying fuck WB. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck WB. All right.
Okay, I like it.
All right. So for our final segment, what is the news, Patrick?
Bird Box is getting a sequel.
Ooh. But
you should have already seen this coming.
Saw that, right?
I seen Bird Box.
You should have seen this coming,
this
though.
is the twist, though. The sequel is not going to be a movie. It's going to be the book.
So I have to read?
But you can't see.
Yo, someone get Mayweather.
I can't see.
Someone get Mayweather. Someone hit up your 50. Get your boy. If you can read the first chapter of Bird Box.
Would they offer him like 50 grand to read the first couple?
Yeah, I'll give you 50 grand in Disney dollars.
Disney
which is equal and actually more than that.
I'll give it Monopoly money.
Disney Plus.
So it's Bird Box the book was actually released in 2014, and the sequel is going to be released in October, and it's just titled Mallory, who was the original character, and it will focus on Mallory outside the sanctuary but it will go into the monster's origin finally.
Okay.
Answer some fucking questions.
Well, let me know when it comes out on a fucking movie.
I know, right?
Let me know when it comes out on book.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get an audio book.
Fuck.
But I
Who's
mean,
gonna read that shit?
people.
A lot of
Morgan
people.
Freeman?
A lot of people have already read it.
No, I mean like
Oh.
an audio book, dude. I don't give a fuck who actually read the book. If I can get Morgan Freeman,
The actress. What's her name?
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, she's gonna read it.
She should read it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I just like. All right, Bird Box was. I liked it.
So now you're gonna say you're gonna.
No,
like,
I knew you were gonna call me out. You're gonna hijack this show.
Do it. Call him out.
Don't worry. Did you see the first episode?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
No.
the first episode.
The first
I'm
episode,
saying I
Aaron.
liked it 'cause we both liked it.
Aaron was like, yeah, I gave it a 6. It was okay.
I know. I think 6 isn't bad.
Damn.
That's like a C. That's a C grade. I just thought like it just
This fucking guy.
listen. It's like us. Do you want questions answered or do you want to keep it ambiguous? Let me know, dog.
I didn't
suck through
like-
pairs of dicks.
I didn't like how it ended. Yeah, I didn't like. I didn't like how it ended because I was just like. So people were just seeing things and killing themselves, and the crazy people say it's beautiful. And
Bet.
your man died, and boy and girl lived,
That's their names too.
Yeah.
and that's it. You're at a sanctuary for blind people, but you're gonna live for the rest of your life die natural causes if you go blind.
I mean, the story basically was like her and the 2 kids going down a river.
Like, get some fucking night vision
Yeah.
goggles and figure out what the fuck is going on, dog.
You can't do that though.
Look at him, dog.
You can't look at it through a
yeah,
camera.
I did it through the-
Yeah.
I did it through the camera.
Jumped up and broke his neck on the table or some
Yeah, I was
shit.
like, how's he gonna kill himself?
That's what they thought so too.
Oh.
But, of course they kill the Asian guy.
I'm pretty sure that's how I did.
Oh, yeah.
God damn. Yeah,
No,
no, he did fall off his chair.
I thought I was just
Spoiler
like,
alert, you should have seen
Yeah.
it already.
I was just like,
Right.
alright, this
It's
is
okay.
interesting, okay, but
It was bold, I think.
fucking.
But they need to get into the
It didn't.
monster.
Okay, I'll be honest. It didn't break any new ground for anyone that's
No,
really.
well-
That's anyone that's deep into like that type of stuff. It didn't break any new ground. But for casual viewers,
It broke ground for the basic bitch.
Yeah, for the
on-
casuals.
on
I
Netflix.
didn't like
Yeah.
how they were in the car and the car had all the sensors and they
Yeah,
drove
yeah.
to the.
that was
spoiler
cool.
if anybody's
That was
watching it,
cool.
But like,
Wait, does that mean
there's
if you
no
have a
fucking way.
if you have-
dude.
wait.
You're driving,
If you
not
have-
hitting other cars.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
dude?
like.
No, all you need is one of those the self-driving cars. You'd be good.
You're
All right, so not everyone owns a fucking Tesla. It's
All right.
not-
Okay, but there's a Tesla right like how
Yeah,
far away is
where were they?
Tesla
Were
from
they in
here?
Sa-
It's like
They weren't in
5 miles.
California, were they?
They were. I
They-
think it was Cali. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely Cali.
they were in a nice area.
I'd be a couple
Yeah.
Teslas around there.
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, definitely. There's a Tesla factory near here, right?
Man,
Or
what do you
Tesla
think Elon
dealership.
Musk would do if that happened?
You just hop in his Tesla.
He's probably at Mars.
There is a Tesla factory around
Yeah,
there.
but not factory, but
Yeah,
maybe a
dealership.
By Cherry Mall.
I'm going there. I'm going there straight. Like,
If
fuck
we
that.
could test drive a Tesla, dude.
Yeah.
I know in the mall, Black Friday, they'd let you hop in the Tesla.
Yeah, we got the Bird Box special sale.
If
So if
you
you want to go
test
buy your
drive-
Teslas.
Does a be like the car will handle it?
You just
I don't-
you just
Oh,
sit you just sit and just be like, hey Tesla, test drive.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but I don't think our technology's like there yet to avoid.
we
Like-
got them, bro. Self-driving cars.
Okay, so if we had cars littered post-apocalypse and we had a Tesla, you
Oh,
really
yeah,
think you'd
to
be able to
avoid that?
dodge that shit?
Well, isn't it? It's
I think so.
always, Those
I
types of
really
cars
doubt
are.
that.
They Grand Theft Auto. That's how they learn how to play. I mean, that's how they learn how to drive. Those, not like crazy shit. And also, a lot of people.
oh, the AI in the game. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
they use that engine to learn how to drive. Basically, the
Okay,
car
so there's
runs.
an algorithm for
The
it
car
to-
runs itself
Like
through. The car's computer runs itself through like.
There's like millions in seconds.
Yeah, and it's always constantly doing that to.
I mean,
drive, learn how to drive.
okay. I read an article where there was a car accident,
Yeah.
but the thing is, it was unavoidable, and it was, to be honest, because it hit a truck, and it was really the truck driver's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is like people when they're blindfolded, like they completely just blindfold themselves.
Yeah.
But like
That's what happens when you're blindfolded.
dog, I didn't know that. But they know the monster isn't everywhere. You hear it when it comes. I'm like,
Yeah.
at least take the blindfold and look down at your feet so you know where you're going.
Yeah.
You know? And then if you hear something...
Fred Flintstone your car, dude.
Yeah, just Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, I've been having to do that. It's to the supermarket. Bro.
Take a shit in a dinosaur's mouth. That's what
What?
Did you ever see that?
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
Family Guy?
It makes sense. It makes
He's
sense.
like, what do you do? He's
Kill
like,
me, please.
He's like, yeah, kill me.
Don't you think that's like hella protein right there?
We gotta put that clip in here. Just
Yeah,
like
don't worry.
I think it's definitely Family Guy. He takes a shit in like a
I thought it was
pterodactyl's
fucking.
mouth.
Was it Family Guy or was it Robot Chicken?
I think it was Family Guy. I don't remember seeing claymation
No.
doing that.
I know Robot Chicken did definitely do something with Flintstones.
Yeah.
I just don't know what.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Oh,
Bird
Bird Box.
I mean-
Back 360. Tell me when it comes out on movie.
Yeah.
Because you can't watch a book. You can, but you're not going to get anywhere with it.
You can look at it.
You can look at it.
That's a nice book. That's all you got.
Yeah, Liam's gonna start sweating looking at this book like, God damn, table of contents. Like, fuck, man.
Fuck, dude, it's so hard to read this first
Yeah.
page, man.
God. And he tries to read it, he ends up in the index.
Lauren's not going to read
Right,
it. for me.
wait, hold up. It's hard to read this first page, and you're only in the title.
Liam's gonna give it to his unborn child. And he's like, yeah, Sloan, read this.
I would not give her that garbage.
Don't talk to me until you read this.
Yeah, that's like family's like, are you adopted yet? No. Don't talk to me when you're adopted. I was like, wow. Fucked, bro. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it on part 1. So thanks, guys, for watching. Be sure to stick around for part 2. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also rate us on Apple Podcasts. We'll see you soon.
Please.
Peace.
Peace.
Welcome everyone to part 2 of the mashup. I have a special guest today, Nate. Nate, how are you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for having me in.
Yeah, no problem. It's actually been, I'd say, like 4 or 5 years since we've seen each other.
Yeah,
And-
working at Cheesecake.
I know, back in the
Yeah.
cheesecake days, which was slavery. It's
Yeesh.
funny because it was my favorite restaurant until I worked there. And then after I left, I was like, fuck that place.
Nah,
Like,
I mean, I have the total opposite. It was
really?
the favorite place that I've ever actually worked. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it was the company. you
Yeah,
know?
it was a company. It was relaxed. I worked with my friends. We had the hours that we could do whatever we wanted during the week.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck in the 9-to-5 life right now, so I miss that freedom. So
No, it is because like once you get in your actual career, it's just
it's rough.
it's rough, and
Yeah.
it's absolutely routine from here.
Yep.
So what have you been up to since then?
Just working out.
Yeah.
I'm just going through the day to day, planning a wedding. So that's
Oh, you're
it's
engaged
exciting.
now.
Yep, John and I got engaged.
That's good.
About 2 years ago, and we're getting married next year. So
Congrats. So I wanted to bring in Nate today because Nate is a trans man, and he went from female to male. So we kind of wanted to get your story. The point of the show is mashup. It's not just 2 topics like movies and life talk coming together. It's a mashup of realities. So this is going to be a learning experience for me, myself, and for viewers here, because with the whole LGBTQ community, it's such the publicity it's getting now, it's just it's growing and it's growing.
Right.
And I do want to put out, like, change is slow for any society. So let's mention, like, civil rights movement, like comparing it to today and back then. The condition for the African Americans is so much better now. I mean, some people can argue with that, but I think it's better now because
It's different.
it's
Yeah.
different.
It's different.
We're
it's
making
different,
progress.
but it's progressing.
It's
I
progressing,
would
but
say.
we should be,
It could be
fine
better.
now. It
I
could
would
be better.
say.
It could be better.
Yeah.
But like, my point is, like, it takes time, And with the LGBTQ, like, this week, I actually want to give, the trans community the mic and hear their story, because this also pertains to my family, because I actually had a family friend who is trans also, and he was different. He actually went from male to female.
Gotcha.
So her name is Tina now, and I grew up with her when we were kids, and she will be on here. So it's just, getting both perspectives, I think, is really the way to reach out to everybody,
Yeah.
especially with the internet now.
Respect to Tina. It's not easy.
Yeah, no,
definitely
it's
not
it's
easy
not
for
easy.
trans women.
Yeah, no, it's tough because I know her dad is still accepting it's a hard time, and especially with, like, social media, sometimes your dad's like,
Not even that, but even with the physical appearance
Yeah.
of a trans woman is harder
yeah,
than a trans man. A lot of people look at me and have no idea that I'm a trans man at all, which is rewarding, but it's also kind of sad in a sense because it takes that identity away from me as a trans man. When I try to give a voice, some guys will say, "Oh, you don't have the daily struggles that we do. We don't."
what an asshole.
Yeah, you don't. You pass well, so this doesn't really pertain to you.
Damn.
But I mean, there's ups and downs with everything. So,
Yeah, it's just it's crazy because the world can be nice and it can be very cold.
Yeah,
know?
it's exclusive everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not just within the community. There's exclusion within the trans community. There's exclusion within just regular
Yeah.
cis society.
Yeah,
Cis being straight,
Mm-hmm.
born male, female.
Yeah, no, it's I'm actually, I'm learning now just hearing that, and then the fact that you said it's harder for a male to go to female, which is very interesting. I had, no clue, and it's just I think like with our education system, we just don't know
Right.
a lot. And it's going to change. It will come, and it's inevitable. But for your story, when did you start to feel like something was different about you?
My whole life, I knew that I wasn't really exactly comfortable being a female. As a kid, I grew up with it was just me and my mom growing up. I grew up in a single family household with my mom, and I kind of took on a lot of the fatherly responsibilities and
absolutely.
making sure the trash was taken out and nails were put in the walls and stuff like that. So from a young age, I naturally took those responsibilities on, exciting, and was never forced into something. It came more natural to me than wanting to go get my nails done or hang out with the girls and things.
It was like more comfortable.
Yeah, it was more natural. Yeah, it came right to me, and then probably it was actually funny. One of my best friends in the 3rd grade told my mom that I told her that I wanted to be a boy. My mom like freaked out back then. Yeah, but in the 3rd grade, I was probably like 2000 maybe 2001. So there's nothing back then about transgender, transitioning or anything like that. So even when we went shopping, my mom and I, the first thing I did would steer right towards like the boys' clothes, and as best as she could to try and pull me away from it, she knew that at the end of the day I was going to dress how I wanted to, whether it was she would dress me for school and I would wear clothes underneath those and take them off when I went to school, just so I would be comfortable in the clothing that I was wearing.
That's just crazy because you said 2000s. That's not long ago. If we're looking at the textbooks, it's not that long, but that's do you come from a big family where you have to carry a lot of responsibility?
No, not at all. My family is extremely small. It's just not really too knowledgeable of my dad's side of the family, but my mom's side of the family was very immediate, loving, but very small. So
that's blessed.
I never really had to explain myself to a lot of people. I just had to tell the small group of people that did care for me what was about to happen.
So like, how did you interact with the world at like a young age and being thinking that something's different, and you're
I tried to fit in with society and just go with it, and thought that I would like boys and want to like live as a female, and I lived with depression for most of my life because I was looking at the world from an outside perspective instead of living the life that I actually wanted to. Presenting myself and getting the most, like, I guess one of the most important things is the respect that I've seen a change in from being female to male. I'm actually kind of happy that I waited a little bit later in my life. Reflecting back on it now, I'm happy that I waited a little bit later in my life to transition, because I lived 20 years as a female, and I was everybody treated me differently. There was almost no respect.
Yeah.
Zero respect from men.
And this is like when, you know, you're referencing.
This is an adult female.
Yeah. No, but like when you were talking about, you know, being a kid and growing up.
Yeah.
This is pre-prime internet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So this depression that you have, and you know, it's bottled up inside you, and you're gonna think that you're alone when you're not.
Yeah.
So,
and one of the main things that I went to as a kid was the internet. I had what was it, Tumblr and MySpace and all that stuff, and
MySpace.
Without even knowing that was kind of my outlet is strangers on the internet. You know, I was more comfortable talking to strangers on the internet than I was the people that I see every day, and telling them my genuine feelings.
Yeah, no, so. That's I mentioned this in a previous episode with Brooke. We just talked about a lot about, you know, mental health, and my suggestion was to her, like, I think, you know, talking to a stranger is heavily underrated.
Oh yeah,
because you'll learn a lot from, even if you can spread out your strangers from different generations.
You don't have to worry about a fear of rejection
at
all. You don't have to worry about a stranger rejecting you. You have to worry about your friends rejecting you or your family rejecting you.
Yeah. And all the stranger needs to know is like everything that you're telling them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not.
And then if they want to be a stranger again after that, you just end the conversation, and then that's it. You're a stranger again.
Yeah. But so for what was the toughest time? What did you say? Like elementary school, middle, high school, college?
I actually had a really good high school experience. I grew up in a really small town. I graduated with 74 kids. So it was, I went to pre-K with majority of them also. So it was a more family based than
that's nice.
Peer, I would say.
Yeah.
My friends were my family.
Yeah.
They were the first people that I would go to I would go to them before going to my mom to talk about things. So
yeah.
I can't really complain. I hear horror stories about people in high school, and I feel bad because I didn't have that. I was blessed, honestly, with the high school that I went to, the friends group that I had in high school. The harder time, I think, for me would have been college, because that's when I really started to feel out of my body.
And that's when you were about to transition? Time, right?
I didn't transition until after college.
Okay.
But during college is when I started to learn diversity and learn culture and other groups of people, and get outside of my small square mile town of 74 graduating class.
Yeah, it's college for you.
So that was a huge shock to me, was leaving my town in general, because not only is it really small, but it's predominantly white.
Yeah.
I went to high school with one other ethnic
that's crazy
person, and it was like,
it does happen.
So it was crazy to just get that cultural exposure out in college, and
that's why I love college.
Yeah,
it's funny.
crazy.
It's funny because the first college I went to Bloomsburg, like one semester. So Bloomsburg's like an upper PA.
I know somebody who went there, actually. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's an okay school. It's just heavily white, and it's funny because I came for orientation. They interviewed me, and once I realized I was like, you know, one of the limited minorities there, that interview ended up becoming the front page of the website.
Of course,
and I was just like,
naturally.
Yeah, I was like,
crazy.
Wow. I'm like, well, because it's in the middle of like upper PA,
right,
and the mountains and stuff. But it was just funny because I'd be like, yeah, I'm the guy from the website. You know, like no intro.
That's insane.
But yeah, and the college does have that. That's why I love people like going to college, like whether it's
expand your
college.
mind. Yeah,
it's more than just the textbooks.
I can't tell you anything that I took away from my degree at all, but I learned a lot about people. I learned the most about myself. I learned time management. I learned a lot of just day to day how to be a person in college.
Yeah, no, that's why I try to push anyone to go to college, and even the people that don't go to college, like, you'll learn these experiences, but when it's in, like, you're out and you're at a university, it's in your face.
Yeah, well, you're also, you go from...
It's like safer, too, right?
Yeah. Well, you go from, like, being a kid to being on your own overnight. So it's kind of like, grow up and figure it out.
Gonna have to learn to cook and clean a toilet.
Most kids, I should say, anyways. A lot of kids' parents baby them through college.
Yeah, so now I've had that.
To all you guys out there.
It's funny because
suck.
I'm like, I'm from Cherry Hill, so like, high middle class, and a lot of people.
Yeah, no, not me.
Same here. But college, I definitely, it's more than just textbooks. Like I said, it's really just the experience. But when you were in college, wherever you went, did you have a population that you can connect with to talk about these things, especially being trans?
I was not trans or out in college at all. So I didn't come out as trans until about 8 months after I graduated college. But during college, I had a very small, close group of friends that made the feelings that I was feeling without vocalizing them a lot easier. They made me comfortable. I hung out with a bunch of group of guys who are my best men in my wedding now. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for them. So
and I mean, when we worked together, we clicked like that. I mean, it was like this is what I think.
That's
about.
I hang out with I've hung out with guys my whole life.
And it was
so
like
easier.
that. And it's funny because when I think about Cheesecake Factory, I think of you, me, and Sage. We're just
my boy.
Sage. What's up?
Out there.
We bullshit, and we're just like fucking Jay's just putting me on this area. I gotta go clean this up. That's just like
miss you guys.
Yeah, shout out the Cheesecake family. Hey Meg, sorry.
Sage.
I just shouted out Meg, but I forgot about that because no one knew I was like going out with her at the time.
I never knew you guys even dated, so
that's
funny.
I kept it low key. I kept it so low key.
That's
even
awesome.
Frankie was like, "Oh, you guys are going out? Like, what the hell?" I'm like, "Yeah, I kept it away from the servers."
That is awesome.
But no, that's the best way to do it because you gotta have your own privacy, get people out of that shit. But so how are your friends' reactions? Like, besides your hometown?
When I first came out as trans, I was at Cheesecake. So I had like a tight knit group of friends there that were kind of the first immediate people that I went to about it, and they all took it really well, which was really welcoming for me, especially because this was at a time that I had just graduated college. All of my best friends, all of my like life friends had left. They went back home or they started their career. So I was at a job and I had a nice group of friends that were there for me. They listened to me, they were supporting me, and so that was really helpful. And not only that, but I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have the girl with me by my side. I've been with my girl for 5 years now, and she's been with me since before I transitioned. I had long hair. I identified as female before we started dating, and when I told her about everything, she was kind of confused at first just because she had no idea and was unaware of this whole life that I just sprung on her in a sentence over tears. I kind of just like broke down and was like, this needs to happen. It was a matter of need more than want at that point. So we started talking about it, and then we decided to go in the order of who we were going to tell. And the last person I actually told was my mom, because I knew it was going to be the hardest.
No, parents are tough, man. I can't blame you.
I knew it was going to be the hardest, but I knew it was also going to be the easiest because my mom loves the shit out of me.
So who's the first one you had to tell?
The first person I told actually was a random stranger on Instagram. It was this kid.
Really?
Yeah, this kid Matt, that we became really good friends with. He kind of saved me. I was lost for couple months in a deep depression, just knowing that something needed to happen but not knowing exactly what it was. So I reached out to him and we started talking, and he, at the end of that conversation, I was just like, I know what I need to do. So from then I went and talked to Jonna, and then the people that I see every day, which were my friends while I was at Cheesecake at the time. So I went and talked to them about everything, and it was really, they were supportive. So just went down the line from there. It wasn't a list of importance or anything like that. It was just a list of the people who would immediately notice a change once I started hormones. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Actually, the best person that I told was Mr. Johnson over at Cheesecake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he gave me a nice hug and he said something to me that stuck with me still to this day. So
that's good.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, because the whole mental health aspect is huge, especially within the trans community. Like suicide is very high.
Oh yeah.
And it's like the thing you said about Jonna, she was confused because she didn't know. This is why I wanted you here. I just wanted to educate, let your voice be out there, because you're doing the same struggles that I have. but more because before you transitioned, you just knew something was off.
Yeah.
You know, and you wanted to be comfortable with your own body as anyone should be. So you have a right to that. So I'm just like glad you're here. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm happy to be here and honored to give this opportunity to share.
Exactly.
I haven't done this before. I've never really
See, that's why I just wanted to like
sat down
bring
with
you
anybody and got to tell them that, hey, things, you never really know what somebody's going through to judge the decisions that they make. There's some people that I've heard said that like, oh, he's just looking for attention and he's just like, you know, like it's just a fad and things like that. No, you have no fucking clue that it was a matter of almost life or death, you know, like to look in the mirror and not see anything in return. You know, it's a feeling that only a small percentage of the world is going to understand. And if you're somebody who doesn't have to experience that, just try to open your mind a little bit more to think about what somebody might be going through. Think about the hurtful or just like ignorant things that you could say and just don't say them.
Just don't be a dick. Right?
Shut your mouth.
Just don't be a dick, people. Just don't be a dick.
That's it. In layman's terms, just be nice. It's not that hard. It's really not.
I mean, me personally, like you were my first trans person I've encountered, and
I never encountered a trans person before I transitioned. So
like the person I told you from my family, I haven't met them yet.
Oh,
I mean, like I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah.
So this is probably at least a decade.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm excited for her to come here. And the thing about, well, I'll tell the audience, like us, like we're friends, but we haven't seen each other in years.
Yeah, it's been a
so
little bit.
I like it like that right now because it shows the genuineness of our conversation and us just communicating. Because I'm not like just like your best friend. I already know everything and all that stuff.
No.
But like I'm coming in blank.
Now we're catching up.
Yeah, we're catching up, and the people watching are gonna learn more. But I just want to get into, you know, you're dating Jana, but how was dating for you before her? Like, let's say high school.
I had nightmares of relationships.
Girlfriends
to all
in
you
middle
out
school.
there, thanks. Thanks for nothing. Well, no, it led me to where I am today, so thank you.
Yeah.
But dating when I was younger wasn't difficult for me at all. I was out there. I was outgoing, so it was never really difficult for me to approach anybody or start a conversation. And a lot of people like that, so it was.
That's it. If
pretty
you talk
lucky,
and you're willing to, you just gotta talk.
A good thing going for me when I was younger. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you, John.
Patrick, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I said just talk and listen.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's all you gotta do. But that's the thing. Like me, I personally, like, I'm just curious as hell. Sometimes I just want to shut the fuck up. So,
yeah,
like,
that's one of my problems too. Is sometimes I just
you're in the perfect area right now, so talk your shit out. So there you go. But so
dating wasn't bad.
That's good though. No, that's good because I obviously it's a different experience for everyone else, you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I know guys to this day that they won't even attempt to go out there just because they don't even know how to open that conversation. I wouldn't either. You know, if I would be terrified if I was single today. Not people are mean, girls are mean.
Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't want to start dating on the internet, and I feel like that's the only way to do it these days. And
yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm actually kind of happy I'm in the position where I'm at.
No,
so.
you're in a really good position, and your girls
she's a good
really
girl.
Understand.
Yeah. Like, no, she's been with me since day one. Never even thought once to jump ship off of what I was doing.
That's amazing.
Super supportive. Goes with me to the doctors and makes sure that everything is running straight. Took care of me after I had top surgery back in October of 2017. She took good care of me, so made sure that all my T's were crossed, I's were dotted, everything was good to go.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, no, man, like I feel like you're really blessed with how you came up, you know, the family thing. That's always that's a huge hurdle.
Right.
Then the friends at home that you had locally. Yeah. And then, you know, people at Cheesecake, which is a family.
Yeah.
Like every time I look back, it was a tight-knit group.
Oh yeah, we were together every day. Yeah. It was a good time.
But so I want to ask you, what do you think about the LGBTQ community today? Like the condition of it, since they're really getting vocal and they're having their voice heard. What are your thoughts?
I can't speak on behalf of the entire community.
So let's talk about what do you think about the trans community?
The trans community, I'm not heavily involved in it. I do wish that I might put myself out there a little bit more into the trans community, maybe do a little bit of volunteering or a little bit more work like this, even just getting my voice out there,
Yeah.
letting people know not to be a dick.
Yeah,
but
pretty much it's easy, folks. Just don't be a fucking asshole.
It's not that hard.
So.
But the trans community it's divided as in any community.
I wanted to personally ask you about that. Considering like the stuff I've read, I mean, I don't know if you'd be comfortable if I like asked you, but just because it's all coming from Tumblr, you know, I've heard terms like true scum and like transgenders like going on around. I kind of just want to know what your personal opinion on that is.
I don't know what the first term you said is. I'd never heard that before.
I haven't heard.
Pretty
I haven't
much.
Heard any of these.
Basically, there's like a whole debate going on. I don't know how wide it is, if it's even like really in the community itself. But there's a debate going on whether you need to actually have dysphoria to be considered trans.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before, and I don't really agree with it because dysphoria is when you feel outside of your body, and anybody can feel it. You don't have to be transgender to feel dysphoria at all. But I don't agree that you have to have that feeling to identify as transgender, but. To each his own, I guess. But as for the terms, I don't really know. I get
it's really just like all political.
But it is a very divided community, and the one thing that I can speak on, especially for trans men, is that it's pretty toxic to the youth of the trans community, especially in the sense that a lot of guys promote that you have to pass. You have to look exactly like a male in order to be to be transgender, and they glorify beards and muscles and what a man should be. It's nobody, you have no idea what's going to happen when you start these hormones, and it's a heavy hormone too. It's not just Advil, you know, like you're pumping hormones into your body that your body's not used to. So when you start doing that and you're not seeing the results that all these other guys are getting or glorifying and promoting on Instagram with their 50,000 to 100,000 followers, and
some
it's
bullshit.
I mean, with every community there's a downfall of it, and I do think that some of the larger names in the trans community have made a pretty negative look for some things, and call me out if you don't agree. That's it.
No, I mean, stand your ground.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like entrenched with like traditional gender roles.
Like traditional gender roles in the sense that like a white chiseled man is like you know, like it's not what it's about. It's
really,
about
that's really
interesting.
living in your body. You know,
I've never heard of that before.
It's pretty bad.
I didn't think they would. You know, like you said, there is a divide in any community. But
and when you throw social media and attention into it gets way worse. You become a person that you're not really.
But the fact that they're judging their own
each
community,
other,
based on physical aspects.
I wouldn't use the term judging. I would just say promoting.
Okay.
Promoting
like the image, right?
The image of what
the set standard.
The set standard of
should be.
Not what it should be, of what I am. You know, look what I am and look what you could be. You know, so
it's no different than like cis people, right?
No. You're pretty much right.
You said beard, chiseled body. I'm feeling my stomach.
It's no different, but like as somebody with a large following that has gone through something, I just don't think that it should be promoted in that aspect. You know, you should just live your life.
Yeah, but
everybody transitions different. If there's one piece of advice that I'm giving to anybody out there is don't expect anything to happen because you have no idea what's going to happen.
No one's a gender.
I didn't think that I was ever going to get a beard, and here I am. So
I'm fucking jealous.
Speaking of which, not me, but someone that I know is very curious as to how you're able to grow such like nice ass beard.
I didn't think that I was going to be able to. I didn't actually start growing facial hair until about 1.5 years into the transition. And then it kind of just blossomed. I did cheat a little bit though, because I took a lot of melatonin gummy vitamins.
All right, so melatonin.
So-
Yeah.
gummy
No,
bears?
Oh. Biotin. Don't take melatonin.
Oh,
You'll go to
okay,
sleep.
yeah.
I got a whole bottle in my room.
He's taking all
I was like melatonin.
No.
But yeah,
Biotin,
biotin's
yeah.
for your hair and nails.
Okay,
folks.
so
Yeah,
where
I
can
take
get that?
melatonin before
I mean,
bed.
Where can my friend get that?
Anywhere.
No, you can get it
CVS.
Biotin's sold anywhere.
All right, I'll let him know.
Yeah,
But
CVS.
That's funny. Melatonin. That's funny. So the facial hair, you'd say mainly is just from the hormone treatment. And-
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I wouldn't have probably grown a beard. If
Nah,
I
I'm
didn't start
I'm
this
curious.
last year.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a magical.
You
product,
got us
yeah.
beat.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. I'm hoping that it grows in a little bit thicker, but
Yeah,
beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah,
I
the Asian
guess.
community has a sad face
Yeah,
right now.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm
But-
disappointed
okay.
myself.
Biotin.
Yeah,
not
biotin
melatonin.
people. You can buy that at Walmart.
This is sponsored by.
Yeah, biotin.
It's not even a company, son.
It's,
But-
it's sponsored by a hormone, right?
Yeah, so I wanted to get into the procedures, and when did you finally commit? Like, all right, let's do it.
I knew that once I started hormones that eventually I would get top surgery.
Mhm.
It did not come as fast as I wanted it to.
Mhm.
I struggled pretty bad. I started hormones on 4/20/2016 was my first shot.
Jana, fact check him.
Trust me, I'm not going to forget that date.
Yeah.
But so I started hormones back in April, and then I didn't have surgery until October the following year.
Mhm.
So I had to go through my first summer as a trans man that didn't have top surgery.
Yeah.
And that was really difficult, going to the beach. I didn't want to go to the beach, and that was my safe place. I grew up on the shore in North Jersey, so that summer I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go outside just because I had to wear like this thing called a binder, which is like
It's like a compression thing.
Yeah, it's like a
I've
compression.
I've seen those.
yeah, it's like a compression chest. And when starting hormones, like I had really bad anxiety,
Mhm.
and the binder was so tight. And to the point that like I felt I would go out and it would be hot
It'd
in
be
the
hard to
summer, and I
suffocate
couldn't
yourself.
breathe.
Yeah.
Lit-
Yeah.
No, I wore the binder in the summer, and it was just rough. And that's when I was like, something's got to be done. But the cost of surgery was crazy, and I definitely wasn't in that out working at Cheesecake Factory.
No shot.
It was the surgeon quoted me $8,700 for everything. That was anesthesia, and I had maybe like $150 in my checking account at the time. So I was like, I'm gonna have to figure something out.
So do they have like installment plans? How'd that work out?
Not really installment plans. Surgeons really, you could pay up until, but the second that you go under that knife,
Yeah,
it
you
all
gotta
has to
have
be
it.
paid off. So
So was it? So let's hark back to the hormones. What were besides? Like I know you had the anxiety, but were there other immediate effects?
I was a raging animal for the first
Really?
the first like 4 months that I was on hormones.
Yeah, it's that testosterone.
Yeah, I tried to
Makes
put my
sense.
tried to
That's
put my
crazy.
head through the bedroom wall. Like I
Ah.
it was like unreal. Like I never want to go back to it. I should just
But
say. It's,
you're like okay with it now, right?
Oh yeah, like once your body levels,
Yeah.
and once you learn. I was pretty young too when I started. I was 21, so
So yeah, there was a lot.
yeah,
going
there was a
on.
lot
Yeah.
going on in my personal life outside of
And
starting hormones.
growing up,
yeah,
that's hard. Yeah.
So just it was difficult for sure. But as I've grown in my life as a person and maturing, I've learned how to handle stress a lot better than I did when I was 21. So
Yeah,
it makes shot day a lot easier.
You do learn a lot because a lot of people think like once you're 21, you're an adult. You know
Oh,
everything.
absolutely
I'm
not.
like, it's funny because on Facebook.
I still don't think I'm an adult.
Well, it's funny because on Facebook, I didn't read the article. It's just one of those fucking articles with a big title. They're like, according to blah blah blah, we're not adults until we're 30. I'm like, I'm cool with that.
You know, I'm probably still gonna call my mom and
Your
ask for a
brain-
birthday card. I'm
Your
Yeah.
brain
with
doesn't
money in it.
stop, your brain doesn't stop developing until you're like 25, I think.
Is it 25? I was like 20. Whatever.
Yeah.
Don't tell me
25,
that.
23. Yeah, I'm about to hit 25 next week, which is kind of crazy.
I'm already there. I need
Yeah.
I still need whatever I can get out of this brain.
Nah. So, you went through the top surgery, and
Yeah, that was I had that back done in October 17th, 2017. I had that done.
Fact check, John.
Fact check. I only know 1717. So.
Yeah. So how was your how was the healing process, you'd say?
Healing was rough. Not physically, more so mentally. Post-op depression is real. I didn't think that was a.
I didn't even consider that.
No, I didn't even know it was a thing, and I don't know if it was just because of the like medicine that they give you, like anesthesia and stuff like that. But I dealt with post-op depression for probably about a month to 3 months after surgery, just trying to figure out like my body, like relearning my body and discovering myself in a mirror without a shirt and living my life without a shirt. It was magical. The first time that I like was able to see my body after surgery, I'd never felt more alive. So
yeah, no, that's amazing.
Even with like the post-op depression, that feeling could never be taken away from you.
Yeah, because I do remember seeing like Instagram like after the process. You're doing,
I was actually with Sage when I posted that picture, and somebody reported it and got it deleted.
I was just gonna fucking say that. I was just gonna say that because I remember you had to repost it, and you're like, someone reported. I'm like, what the fuck is their problem?
What's this picture?
It was a picture that I posted right after I had gotten top surgery. I posted it on Instagram, and shortly after, it was deleted. Like probably maybe like 20 minutes after I posted it up, it got deleted.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad. I was kind of just like, what the fuck? But then I see it all the time on Instagram because I follow a lot of trans guys.
Yeah.
There's just trolls everywhere you go. So
yeah, that was really fucked up.
Yeah,
because I
that's why I honestly don't really post too much anymore.
That's why I was wondering, because I was before I asked you, my impression, because I don't know if you use Instagram a lot. I was just like, I didn't think you were being as vocal, so that's why I wanted to make sure you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
At first, because I know like those trolls, that fucking pissed me off when I heard about that. Like, really, who reports photos like that?
Yeah.
Like, this is your moment to,
somebody's got to try and take down. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Kill somebody's thunder, but. Yeah, I mean, I stopped posting on Instagram as much, mainly when I was job hunting, just because I didn't know where life was going to take me. Not that I was ashamed of my transition at all, but I didn't want that to be a reason for me to not get a job.
Yeah.
I made my profile private and those things, but the top reason that I stopped posting on Instagram was just like I was getting like random hate messages from like super religious or like just random people telling me that I was going to hell and
really
I'm sinful, and most of it I laughed at, honestly, because I wish I had that much time in my day to just go out and this troll on people. But
at this point in your life, you got thicker skin.
I don't give a shit. Trust me, you're not going to say anything that's going to make me feel.
You've already been through the adolescent shit.
It's. And that goes. This is an announcement to anybody. Nothing you say is going to bring me down. I promise you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But that's wild. Just. That's like I've never seen that in my reality. Just like, people shit talking you and saying you're going to hell.
Yeah,
like,
people post. I mean, it's not.
And these are strangers.
Oh,
it's just complete
strangers. Complete strangers. Like,
what do these fuckers do? Look it up on a hashtag.
It doesn't always have to be strangers, though. I got some shit from these kids that that grew up in the town next to me.
Yeah.
Did they like personally know you?
Oh yeah, they knew me. They knew me growing up, and they started coming at me on Facebook about some stuff, and I was just like, bro, you're still living in the town. You're still living in your mom's house.
You're a townie.
I mean, you can continue to try and say this stuff from your mom's internet Wi-Fi.
Honestly, they're not worth your time.
No.
Just
don't
even
like if people are unhappy, they want to spread that.
Yeah, of
absolutely.
Course, yeah.
And that's an
misery loves company.
Yeah,
you know how it goes.
And that's in anything in life. That's where the hate comes. Yeah. It comes straight from jealousy.
You don't want to be sad and lonely.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be mad too if I didn't have this beard.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm kind of bitter.
Sorry,
I got the little goatee, but I'm trying.
I gotta take what I have.
That's awesome.
Right?
It's gotta take.
It's just it's such a weird world right now, not even just like Trump fucking being president, but just
that was rough. That happened, that was My birthday, actually.
Oh my god.
July
That's
26th
so
is when
funny.
they announced the ban on transgender in the military. And
Yeah.
Why would they do? I don't understand why.
Yeah,
they
so
do that.
they did that because of they're claiming. Don't fact check me on this,
Yeah,
because I don't
No.
I don't follow Trump's bullshit. So
You have
don't
to be crazy.
So I believe that the reason that they're trying to push the ban is for the cost of healthcare for transgender, which is bullshit, because it doesn't cost anything. I get a 6-month vial of testosterone covered by my insurance, and that's it. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what other costs there are other than surgeries that aren't covered by most insurances. So
Yeah, no.
I don't understand.
That's
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a protection type thing, but you're not protecting anybody. You protect the people that are already in there.
That doesn't even. I wouldn't. I don't know how I would see that as protection. That just seems like bigotry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of guys. When I was younger, I wanted to be in the military, even up until probably right before I transitioned. I was still talking to recruiters and just figuring out where I wanted to go with my life.
I think every guy wants to or thinks about it.
Yeah.
Hell
I actually got one of the tattoos on my arm so I couldn't go to the military, because I was about to just sign my life away and go to the military, and I was like, no, this is not the path that you need to do. And I was like, let me get a tattoo, because then they won't let you in.
Is this immediate? Was this immediate after high
Now
school?
I got to sleep, so they definitely
really?
won't let me in.
Nah, they definitely won't.
Yeah.
So was this immediate after high school, the military thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna go. I actually left my room at Rowan my freshman year and went and talked to a recruiter.
Jesus.
Yeah, I had
So-
the pen in my hand.
so what
and was
year-
like hands down on it.
So what year was this? So we can get a context.
That was
of the
2012.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
2012. I was about ready to go to the military, and then this is kind of a beginning of, like I said, me going into college and just being lost. I was a lost puppy when I went to Rowan. I didn't know what path or where I wanted to go, but I am thankful and lucky to be in the path that I chose. So I wouldn't be here today if I didn't make the decisions that I have to transition. It was too much.
That's a tough road.
It's love. It's life. It's rough. It's absolutely rough.
Yeah, it's tough. I want to hark back on the military thing, like what you said. Don't fact check you,
Yeah.
but I've heard that though. Like that's the main complaint is that once you accept these people that are trans, the cost for, like you said, that the healthcare audio is so much better. Thank you. Just cut that out. But yeah, the cost of healthcare, for treating them and stuff like that. Because I have a friend who's personally in the Army, and he talked about that. But like hearing your point of view and like the reality of like it's really not much, and like you're handling on your
No,
own.
it's not. At
Yeah.
all.
So that clears it up, because I feel like people just don't do their research. Nowadays, headlines, the news. It's not a matter of accuracy anymore. It's a matter of who gets it out first.
Oh yeah.
And it sucks.
If it bleeds, it reads.
Yeah,
Right?
it really does. Because you can be reading up on someone. I think it was I forget who it was. So it was like a football player. He had a case that he beat up his girlfriend or something, and that just runs. That's the title.
Yeah.
But then once you like read up, like weeks later, he didn't beat up his girlfriend. There was a house robbery.
Yeah.
And his girl got beat. Like that's the thing. Like
yeah,
people
yeah.
don't follow up.
Right.
On things like that.
Right,
It's
and
just
that's all that
articles.
sticks
That's what
too.
people
do.
They see that one article and
Mhm.
then that's what they tie to the person.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
superficial and it's shallow. Because
Mhm.
I mean, a lot. It's the cost of having internet. Everything's quick. You want it fast. You want it done.
Yeah.
Next. It's like fucking Tinder.
Or
It's crazy though
countries,
because
yeah.
it's not like that in other countries.
Oh, no, we're so
This
different.
country is crazy.
I mean,
It's crazy.
The one thing.
Though
I
the
wanna,
media in this country is
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing I want
Rigged.
to point out, because like this country really is different in a lot of stuff. I mean, I wasn't born here. I grew up here, but I wasn't born here. I want to hark back to the like trans and LGBT stuff. I was born in the Philippines, and there we have a pretty big and like culture of people that are just openly trans, openly gay, and the country's
I've
also
heard that. I've heard that.
The country's also very, very religious.
Very Catholic.
So it's like, when I first came here and I'm hearing all this, like all these slurs and everything going on, I'm I'm weirdly like surprised because it's like, isn't this kind of normal? Like, isn't it or not? It's more of like this isn't really
acceptable.
something.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those. Just, who cares?
I mean, when I was young, one of the people I looked up to was gay, and like I wasn't just the only one that looked up to him. Like he was an action star. Like he was badass as fuck, and pretty much every little kid, every little boy looked up to him, and just no one cared about his orientation or anything like that. You know, and over here it's like.
They care about what bathroom.
Yeah, we're so backwards.
It's crazy. They
even
care
though
about what bathroom.
Yeah,
you
like a
use.
third world country is more
true.
accepting of people compared to a first world country.
But
crazy.
it's crazy because the main key point we want to highlight is Philippines is very like devout and like religious, and the fact that our country, our home country, can just like when he talks about like, you know, gays and trans being accepted, it's so accepted that it's on TV like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy because like, you know, the U.S. is so influential in everything, you know, entertainment, and yet again we think we have
They're still behind. We're so behind.
We have
so
such
behind.
hubris that we think we're the best country in everything, but if you actually do the stats and see like how intelligent we are and how we stack up against everyone else, it's not that great.
No,
like,
not at all. If I could leave, I would, but I'm probably not gonna.
But that's the thing, you know.
you gotta give up a lot if you leave.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole new life, and you've already worked so hard to be where you are.
Yeah,
so
no,
just
I'm not
appreciate it.
The only way that I would leave is if my company, which is actually based in the UK, was like, "Yo, get on a plane, you're going."
And now adventure out, man.
Peace.
And that's your free trip to like adventure out.
Yeah.
Especially
they gotta pay for everything.
Right. And give me a stipend.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, that's yeah, it's just crazy because, you know, as much we're like pointing out the flaws of America, our problems are like unprecedented. Like a lot of things, because the UK, it's mainly just white people, you know, but America is really just so mixed. Our problems are different from other countries, and
we're still relatively young.
Problems are so small, though. That's the bigger problem.
Yeah.
Like, that is the bigger problem, is that our problems are so small compared to other countries, and we make them so big. Like, why are you so worried about what bathroom I use? Why don't you worry about the kids that aren't eating?
Yeah.
You know, that's where I'm at in my life is, don't worry about what I'm doing, worrying about the people that are struggling.
And that's the thing.
I'm not. So
our country's built on being an individual.
Yeah.
And yet again, how can I be an individual if you're just holding me back?
Right.
You know?
We're very black and white.
Yeah.
Thinking.
It is black and white, and
it's starting to get a little bit more gray in some sense, but
it's slow.
But like that's what I'm
slow.
saying. I hark back.
Especially, to that. I can hark back to me being a trans man and my best friends being minorities. Me being to society looking at me as a cis white male, and the way that my ethnic friends get treated around me, you know, is crazy. I've seen society treat people in a lot of different views. I lived, like I said before, I lived 21 years as a female, a white female. I'm 3 years into living as a white male. The way that I've seen the world in those two lives is crazy. Especially in the in-betweens also, you know, like in the middle of my transition beginning, nobody validated anything I said, you know, because it was kind of like, well, what is that?
Yeah.
You know, is that a boy or is that a girl? You know, and that was hard.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, it was hard. That's when I was still at the restaurant too, so I would have to try and like greet tables in the middle of me, like 3 weeks into my transition. And,
oh wow.
Yeah, and so that was really hard.
Did like any of the guests, did they like give you shit for that? Or
no, I actually, nobody ever vocalized like anything to me. I like I said, I never had a bad time really at Cheesecake, minus like shit ass tables sometimes, but
yeah, but that happens. So.
Yeah, but Cheesecake. Other than that, like I never had any guests really come at me on anything. I started my transition in April, and then I left Cheesecake by October that year. So I was about 6 months ish or so that I was over there. I didn't really give a shit, honestly, either, if anybody had anything to say, because I was just beginning my life the way that I wanted to live it. So nobody was really going to kick me off that pedestal.
And yeah, you already made so much progress. Why,
Yeah.
why
I
are
didn't
you
give a
going to
shit.
give a shit?
And I
You're
was looking for
moving
another job
forward
anyways
at
at the
this
time,
point.
so I didn't care.
That's crazy. Because you did say did it in the summer. I completely forgot. Wait, this motherfucker still has to work. So
Yeah,
you're in
yeah.
the Cheesecake Factory.
Yep, I was still at the Cheesecake when I started that, and yeah, that was like I said, that was the hardest part of the first 6 months. Were the hardest part. It's just awkward.
Yeah.
You have like 3 hairs on your front lip and stuff, and people are like,
I still have 3 hairs on. My
Yeah, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, oh,
no, you guys are funny. No.
This is one of the things we fuck around this podcast. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
it's
let's
not
make
bad.
let's make it a time, you know.
Yeah.
But I did want to talk about your top surgery.
Mm.
You did make a GoFundMe at the time, which was really successful.
Yeah, I did that. I didn't want to do like a GoFundMe as just give me money. I need money. I kind of wanted to do a sale on it. So I had my friend draw up some shirts that I sold for about $20 a pop, and they took off. They took off pretty well. A lot of my friends, a lot of my close friends, all supported and purchased one that over donated. Then
Yeah. Do you still have those shirts?
I actually don't have them, and I'm
I
actually
was
kind of sad
I was
about
gonna
it.
ask you
too.
that.
I don't know. Like a couple people asked me for them that I might make them again, but
Hit me
I
up.
don't really
I
know
mean,
for what
yeah,
reason
start
I
up
would
a-
make it now.
Start up another GoFundMe.
Yeah,
Or
I
Patreon.
don't. Yeah, well, I mean, I might just sell the shirts. I don't know if I
Oh,
would
you
make
might.
a.
No, they were nice
GoFundMe.
because
Yeah.
I had to prior to you actually coming here, I was like, where are those fucking shirts? So I had to look it up on Facebook a little bit. I looked up your name, and like someone, I think, who was it? I don't know if it was Stacy that put it up.
Yeah.
But I saw it, and the logo. And
we
everything
put a
was
lot
really
of time into them, and I didn't want it to just be like a shirt that everyone was like, "Oh, well, here's a shirt. I will never wear this again." I actually
No.
I still see people post
They're
like
nice.
pictures in the
Yeah,
gym
they're
at the
nice.
wearing my
Yeah.
shirt and stuff, and it's kind of nice to see that. So if
Wow.
you still got one, let me know, because I don't even have one
You
of
don't
my
even-
own. No, yeah, I don't have one. I had like 10 of them, and now I don't have one. So
Yeah.
it's kind of sad, but.
That's
So if
crazy.
anybody that's a small doesn't want their shirt anymore, I'll take it. I'm just kidding.
I'm a schmedium.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
check out the description.
I'm an extra medium.
No.
So.
But yeah, no,
I'm small.
the shirts were really nice. That's why I wanted to mention.
Yeah, and it paid for majority of my surgery, so I wouldn't have been able to get what I had done without everybody supporting me. So to anybody who had purchased a shirt or showed support, I thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me get through that process, because I wouldn't be here or wouldn't have had that done without you guys. So thanks again.
No, that was really awesome. And like whoever designed it, good
And my
job
buddy.
for them.
Yeah, it was kinda-
it looked efficient. I was
Yeah.
like, alright.
I like them.
But the part that really got me was the actual logo saying, maybe I'm hopefully I get this right. It's like some people are born in their body while others had to fight for it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I put on the
That's kinda
Instagram, because
badass.
Yeah, that's something that
it's
like
really stuck with me when I read it.
it stuck with me. That's actually what Mr. Johnson said to me. Yeah,
shit.
so
Now it comes full circle.
yeah, so yeah, he said that to me when I was telling him about my transition, and that sentence stuck with me really heavy, that some people really are not born in the body that they want to be born in, whether it's weight, whether it's
That sounds like a workout shirt.
anything,
Honestly.
anything, whether it's weight, whether it's genetic, or you never know what anybody's struggling with. There's body image issues all over the world. It doesn't have to be a gender issue. It doesn't have to be people have issues with the way that they perceive themselves every day. So like I said, just be mindful of what somebody else is going through, and it's really none of your business to comment on it if you don't need to.
Yeah, so like I did I did some research at Rutgers during my time, and our topic was chronic illness and body image. And a lot of people don't think about that, even if it's just like diabetes or MS. Like
It's worse
It's
today
crazy.
though. It's like it's concerning for the youth today.
'Cause they're,
Body
like,
image is
you're
the
being
social
bombarded.
media,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're just
Constantly.
comparing yourself to everybody else in the world. If you don't have as many likes or
Yeah.
as many
Oh,
followers
don't
as
even
somebody
start.
else, then you're nobody. And
Don't even start.
what that does to
Jeez.
people is it's just insane. And
Yeah.
I feel for the people that
Yeah.
base their
Whole life.
emotions
Yeah.
around those things,
It's
because
very
that's
sad.
Like I mentioned before, I don't use social media
Yeah.
just because of like stuff like
I
that.
barely use it anymore. The only thing that I have anymore is Instagram, and I'm halfway out the door with that at this point.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons that I still just stay on it is to keep up with
Mhm.
life at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. No, it's because people need to focus what's in front of them.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
not the screen.
No.
But I always hark back into this fucking topic, like social media, and it's insane
It's
because
destroying society.
the younger generations are getting like 500 likes, and
Yeah.
I'm like, there's not even that many people in your graduate
right,
class.
right. Like, who are these people?
Yeah, like, where are they? And when I throughout my time in college, you really do learn about the body, because I was like focusing on biology and
Mhm.
stuff. So a lot of people think when you're born, it's like 1-to-1, like, oh, you're gonna be a boy or you're gonna be a girl.
Yeah.
But like going to school and learning more about the body, it's just so complicated than
Yeah.
it actually is. Because I'll ask you guys this: what do you guys? Our bodies genetically, technically, to be one sex. What do you guys think it is? Boy or girl?
Boy.
So it's girl.
So, the
Naturally.
chromosomes, right?
Yeah,
They're like
hold on.
X, Y, and
Yeah, so it's not just the chromosomes, but like when we're developing as humans, our bodies supposedly supposed to develop as women, and it's not until the SRY gene, which is it actually helps develop the man. So like in the body, there's a case called androgen insensitivity syndrome, so we'll just call it AIS for short. So when a male is being developed, testosterone needs to bind to an androgen to happen and fully make that male. But when you have AIS, the testosterone doesn't bind to the androgen.
Gotcha.
So what develops is a female. The child will grow up to be female, but then she'll have male parts because she didn't fully bind. So it's not, they won't really notice until puberty because they won't menstruate. So it's kind of,
gotcha.
yeah. So like, guys, look up AIS, and it's just to show how fascinating the body is. And it's not just 1-to-1. So like this people that have this condition, they get hormones as well. But the point is just to show that body's complicated.
Mm-hmm.
The smallest things.
For sure.
And as we're going on,
even
it's
before
crazy.
starting hormones, my body naturally produces testosterone,
More than
hormone.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
A naturally less estrogen, more testosterone than the average female did.
Yeah.
So.
But I just wanted to mention that because
So are you saying that we're mutations?
we're a growing mutation.
Can I join the X-Men?
But yeah, it's just I wanted to tack that onto this episode just to really let people understand the body's more complicated than it seems. And I personally didn't know that until I started really reading into it, and like the smallest thing could just change so much.
Oh yeah.
And like androgen insensitivity syndrome, that was one of the craziest parts, because imagine you're
I never even heard of that.
yeah,
So, yeah, it's
yeah,
crazy.
I learned it in class. So like once you imagine being a girl and you think, oh, I'm about to hit puberty, this is gonna happen,
And
this
that
and that,
never
and
happens.
it never happens.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because you're gonna be like, oh my god, what's wrong with me? Is something wrong?
Right.
And it's just, that's the personal thing they have to deal with themselves, that like, a lot of people don't know. I'm looking at you, I'm like, oh, like we're even, blah blah blah, but like when I talk to you, you're having the same drama I'm having, and more.
Right.
But now you're you're comfortable with who you are, you're in a good spot, and you're blessed with, you really are blessed with these opportunities.
Trust me, I know.
And I know people, even, my own family member I was talking to, he had a hard time and still is, talking
I
to
wouldn't
his
be able to
family.
do it if it wasn't for the Mazzoni Center in Philly. That's kind of where I went. And
so what is that exactly? So our audience
the Mazzoni Center is like a center for LGBTQ in Philadelphia, in Center City, Philadelphia. And they take new patients. It's more of a educational. I'm not a professional on the Mazzoni Center, but it's a good center. If you or anybody you know is struggling with identity or anything relating to LGBTQ or it's a medical center as well. So if you know anybody in Philadelphia struggling in general, the Mazzoni Center it's a great center to talk to somebody and just get yourself on the right track. And they're not going to let you start hormones if they don't think you're ready for it. I had to talk to a therapist before
that's good. I did want to mention, with your
process.
depression, did you seek help mentally? No, not really. Not until like the 3 months that I was a raging animal. I was like, I should probably talk to somebody and get this under control. And I did, and it was really helpful. So don't take that for granted. That's for sure. I think
do not take therapy for granted. Go if you need to. If you even think that you need to go, just go. What does it hurt?
I think I heard someone say that before. Like, if you think you need therapy, you definitely need therapy.
If you think you need to go, just go one time. If you don't want to go again, don't go again. But
exactly.
Don't knock it till you try it.
It can help everyone. Honestly.
Yeah, you don't have to have depression or anxiety. I think just
right.
It's that catharsis of letting things out.
And when I was younger, I played sports. That was my way of letting things out. And then I went to college and stopped playing sports and didn't realize that was my outlet. That was my go-to. Stopped playing sports and took up hanging out with my friends and having a couple beers and stuff. And then you realize that you don't have it. At the end of the day, what do you have to let all of that out?
So how do you still continue with the therapy, and how long did you go?
I stopped seeing the therapist that I was seeing just for personal reasons, and she graduated school and left and stuff. But I do plan on going back.
That's good.
Just because it's not bad. It's not a bad thing to do. Seasonal depression is real. That doesn't make you less of a person at all. It's general depression is real too, and that doesn't make you less of a person at all either. So talking to somebody and talking that out it's healthy for everybody, the people around you, yourself, your growth. So do what you got to do.
Absolutely. I think it's even since I'm glad you're going back, because it's like a good checkup on just where you are. And yet again, you're
for
talking
sure.
to a stranger.
Getting yourself grounded. And life moves fast.
It moves fast, and you don't take time for yourself. Therapy is 30 minutes for yourself. The only thing that anyone is focused on in that 30 minutes is you.
And
that's
they can add like a perspective
Yeah.
that you just never ever thought of.
Exactly.
I know
Not
my
at all.
therapist does that all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Because I think just people like to toughen it out and think they know everything.
Right.
But once
me.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
me.
a lot of us are.
Me.
Yeah,
So and
that's a
that's
lot
me
of us.
most of the time until I'm like shaking and I'm like, what do I do and how do I get out of this? You know.
like
And if you talk to a therapist for long enough, then you won't get to that point.
Yeah, I
You'll
know-
know what to do before it gets to that point.
I know personally when I was talking to like my new therapist and stuff, I was like describing to her like how I was feeling and everything like that, and then she just came out like out of blue, just said, "Are you depressed?" And I'm like, "I don't think so."
Right.
And then she's like, "Are you sure? Because you're showing signs of it." And then she just went down a whole list, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh,
Maybe.
oh yeah."
yeah.
And I had to like schedule an appointment with my psych and everything.
Yeah, well, most people today they hear the word depression and they think like, oh, well, I don't feel like killing myself, so
I'm
I'm
not
not
sad.
depressed. You know, like you don't.
Yeah.
Depression is more than that. It's not wanting to leave your house, or it's
Get out of bed.
getting
like
out of bed, and
hopelessness,
yeah.
Like what's the point?
or not. It's even less than that. It's not answering your friends' text messages. You know, like it can go as little as that. You know, and
That's
isolated.
true.
It's isolating yourself.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, she told me a story of like one of her clients was one of her clients just wouldn't leave like the bed, and eventually got to the point where she just stopped trying to breathe.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane, but it's real. It's the only thing is it is a real condition and it's out there. So don't.
It takes you apart. Because I know someone who this is a female. She didn't comb her hair or whatever, and she had a bird's nest, man.
Yeah,
yeah. She was like, and then she went to go get a haircut. She's like, just shave it off.
Right.
And the cutter was like, no, I'm not doing that. And she, really changed her life. Got it combed out, and then she looked beautiful. It's just, depression. Especially with the stigma.
Yeah, there's a terrible stigma behind it. I'm happy though because it's lightening up. I think the stigma around mental health is lightening up, and
it really
unfortunately, it doesn't come around without a large name. Like if it wasn't for celebrities and struggling with depression and substance abuse and suicide and all that stuff, I don't know if it would be.
A small person can't
because think about, we were just talking prior to starting, the substance abuse in our friends and things like that, and it's talked about in the media and stuff, but it's not acted on, and I'm hoping that there's a change on that.
Yeah, it's tough because I lost already how many friends.
Same, man.
Especially in this area. And like we talked about, and it was the same reason.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part because this issue is really big.
Same reason, different areas, same age area.
Yeah.
Is it like just because of the times we're living in, or has just been like, was this just hidden the whole time?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
I think that there's more accessibility to getting drugs and things like that these days. There's more communication. You have cell phones and Uber and all those things. Is you can get around and talk to people a lot quicker than you could back then. So that probably doesn't play.
I mean, and also music and everything is promoting it.
Yeah, that too. It's like small things that lead to usage, and people finding out through that, and people finding out through drinking. It's drinking's not gonna help you people.
No. The one thing that I'm learning too is that if you have a friend that you think might be going through something, just ask them. Because one of my best friend, I'm not gonna name, but I haven't heard from him in like 3 weeks, and he's like, oh, it's work, I'm busy. And I just looked at him and I was like, dude, what's going on? Like, what's actually going on? Are you depressed? And he was like, yeah, like I am. And I wasn't going to say anything about it. So it's as simple as just asking somebody that you think might be going through it.
Because it's hard to go to someone.
What's the worst that they're going to say is no.
It's hard to go to someone and be like, I'm depressed.
No.
That's super hard to say.
It's different when somebody calls you out on it and you're like, damn, I am.
You really are a good friend for calling that out, because I don't think a lot of people have friends that do that.
No. Mm-mm. I don't think that anybody would really. I've been depressed and nobody's really called me out for it.
Exactly. So that's good that from your own experience you knew to reach out.
Well, you got to go through it to know the signs of like what somebody else might be going through also.
It's subtle.
Most times.
Like it's real subtle sometimes.
All right, hey, we're gonna wrap this up. Hey, listen, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me out here.
Yeah, no problem. We needed to have this conversation and all. So, hey guys, if you want to learn more about Nate, you can look at the description below. So this is episode 7. Wow, episode 7. I feel like it's been forever.
I feel like we just started last week, honestly.
So we're on episode 7, guys. Episodes every Wednesday. So it'll be dropped at Wednesday night. Nick will be here next week, and we do have a special guest from Tony's Tea Corner, the host of that show, Uncle Tony. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to rate us on Apple Podcasts and like and subscribe to this page. So I'll see you guys next week.